friends. Hello. How are you all? I'm feeling all the feels today about this final room, and I have a dear friend here that wants to say hello. It's definitely not going to explode. Oh dear. It's a creeper. No.
Hi.
Harper hype. Come say hi, Harper.
Hi.
Y'all, this room is fresh. It couldn't be any fresher. It's very green. So you have to download it now. It has not been ready until today. So it's let me do this. Command game. You're getting a lot of hype, Harper.
Yeah.
Harper's here to share the game of the week, and she has a game to share. So she's going to share just a little bit here.
I got 2 games.
She has 2 games, but this has become Harper's special little segment.
Walking creeper.
Walking creeper. Hello, friends. Let me say hey to these folks. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello, hello. There's Steph. Hello, JoJo and Love Meeples. Final room excited. Hey, Wim. Steph. What's up, M-Peoples?
Hi.
Good evening, everyone. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, Meeple Grande? Thanks for joining in. Printing. Very good. We'll give a little bit of time for folks to print because I know no one's had it. I literally just put it up on the WordPress site. I just put it up on Dropbox. I was making some final edits after another playthrough.
You played it?
I did? Yep.
He's already played it.
Yes. Yes. How am I supposed to be like surprised, you know? All right, Harper hype. Hello, Chantel. Harper hype.
Walking creeper.
Have y'all played this game called Minecraft? You probably never heard of it.
Walking creeper.
Let's see what are folks saying. Yes, it went on the website 5 minutes ago.
Wait, what did?
The latest
Game.
Yep, this page. Isn't that fun? Here, scooch back a bit. I just can't read. There we go. Duchess, what's up? Hello. Thank you. This is a momentous day, dear friends. Meeple Grande's kids love Minecraft. We love it. Never heard of Minecraft, winky face. Teach it to my students, 8 to 11. Minecraft. It's like infinite Legos. It's so good. Harper's probably only played like 10 minutes of it.
What?
You played hours and hours and hours. Much of the Minecraft.
1 second.
1 second, she says. Oh, it has a little TNT with it. Look out. Boom. Boom. All right, Harper, do you want to do your special segment?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Game of the Week.
I got 2 games of the week.
Okay, here, let me put this microphone on you. You can just talk normal, okay?
Okay.
All right, talk away.
I got double games of the week. I got 2 games of the week. This one and...
Okay, you all right?
Yeah.
It's all right. Come on back. I just was worried you're going to get hurt there.
This one and...
Microphone hype.
What?
Okay, why don't we talk about one, and then we'll talk about the other one. We have Hatchimals. Hatchimals. Good old Hatchimals. Someone was asking, tell us how the game plays, Harper. Isn't Hatchimals a worker placement game? No, it is not.
What?
Is it a very specific kind of board game? No, it's not. It is a roll and move game. Harper's like this game a lot. Have you heard of Hatchimals? Look at you. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me scooch out so you can tell them about it. What do you do?
You need to find the eggs.
I'll hold it up for you.
You put the little eggs in the tree, and then where's the first ones?
So you have an egg, and there's an egg in the tree.
You get 5 eggs, and then there's like 20 eggs in the tree.
They're like big eggs.
No, you get the big eggs. So if this one is mine and I chose to flip over this forest egg, it was the wrong one, so I don't get it. You put it back face down. But if I did get the right one, it's this one. A sheep.
So they're all like real Hatchimals.
Yeah.
That if you've seen Hatchimals, the toys. So you have to try to match up and find all your matches, and they hatch when you do that.
If I got this one and I did this one, they hatch. You have to get all 5 to win. And there's characters.
Oh. And how do you move?
You have to roll the dice.
Oh, you roll a dice. Okay.
This one. And then this heart means you get another turn. The wings means you can fly to any, like the Polar Paradise, farm, garden, river, Giggle Grove, meadow, savannah, jungle, or forest.
That's it. And
then the egg, this hatching egg, means you can hatch any one of these eggs. And then where's the cloud? The cloud means you have to go back to the start.
Oh, you go back to the start.
Yeah.
So it's like
the start is a cloud.
Duchess is saying it sounds like Memory. There's a game called Memory. Have you ever played it?
No.
Where it's all cards out and you just try to find a match, but they're all face down. And so this takes that game of Memory and combines it with like a roll and move game like Monopoly or Trouble. You ever played Trouble? You know how you move around the board.
Sorry?
Sorry. Yep, like Sorry. Yep.
That's basically the game.
That's basically the game. That's been a favorite around here. How does Daddy feel about this game?
He did not like it when I chose it. when I sound came in the room with this game. What did you say?
I was like, oh no, not Hatchimals.
You asked me to choose a different one.
Anything but Hatchimals.
Anything? Ask Hatchimals too.
That's Hatchimals. That's Hatchimals the game.
Now we got another one.
All right, one more game. Then we're gonna jump into Dice and Darkness. I could do with less Hatchimals in my life. This game is wild. This is a dexterity game. Tell them all about it.
Flying Sushi Kitchen. It's very hard to set up.
Yeah, I don't know if we should. I think it might be too difficult to set up. How about we just show the back of the box? Yeah, because you can kind of see it. Tell them what you do in this one.
You need to collect what this says. And then that's how much coins you get. And then you click the green button, and that's how many seconds it is. And the red button is like 45 seconds.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And you use literal chopsticks. And it blows literal air through this. And then they're
sushi.
almost like ping pong balls.
Sushi balls.
They're sushi balls, yeah. They're kind of like made out of foam. Yeah. And they fly in the air. You have to grab them. Steph says it looks like a difficult game. Do you agree?
Yes, it is difficult.
It is very difficult. It's like really hard. Like we got it because it's pretty inexpensive on Amazon. I saw a board game person posted about it on Twitter.
This was my favorite. So cute.
Yeah, it is so cute. But it's deceptive because it looks like a kid's game, but it's a pretty
hard game.
Pretty hard.
At least it comes with the chopstick holder
Yeah,
thing.
it comes with these special chopstick holders that you can like put them in. It's very goofball. So that's Flying Sushi Kitchen. All right. Hey, oh no, oh no, anything but that. Okay.
Everything.
All right, crew, let's give a hand for Harper and her games of the week. Who knows what she'll pick next time? And we're talking that maybe sometime in the future, she's hyping herself up. 20 Harper hypes. All right, here you go. Will you take this and put it back, sweetheart? Thank you. All right, let's all give Harper a hand.
Bye.
Thank you, Harper.
I'm just going to put this on the floor.
Okay, that's fine. I'll get it. What's my game of the week, says JoJo. My game of the week is, all right, thank you. All right, very good. That was an official buy from Harper. Harper, do you mind closing the door, sweetheart?
Okay. Bye.
All right, crew. Harper hype. Thank you. Thank you for that. Today's the day. Today's the day. She picked that Hatchimals game. She knows I don't like that game. Like, Lauren and I are like, oh no. Like, there's so many other games to play. Oh man. Hatchimals cracks me up. So, listen, if you have not printed it yet, the game tonight, I know. It's from her perspective. All right. Check this out. 2 pages. Yes, that's right. It's 2 pages. So if you hover over this, it's actually 2 pages. Or if you go to this website, they're available there too. On the she did. Claire, she did. She knew it. She knew it. It's so funny because I was like, listen, you can pick any game you want. And she gets into the thrill of me not knowing and her getting to pick any game. And she gets into this like, oh, we'll see. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what it is. So she got me good today. She walked in with that. I was like, oh no. How's everyone doing? Have you had a good weekend? I can't believe we're here. Room 10. What a journey we've been on together, dear friends. I cannot believe it. You've only printed 1 sheet. That's okay. There are 2, if you look. That's okay. We'll wait. Don't panic. I'm panicked. Yes, this is different. It's a little different this week. I know, it's wild. Here we are. It has been a journey. In all honesty, this last room was tough to print. Okay, you missed page 1. So, but printed. Only printed 1 sheet. I'm so glad we're talking about it. I know, all the pressure. It might be better. Let me do this. Y'all keep chatting. I'm gonna add a new command. This is probably the worst way to do it, but here we are. Whew. Yeah, what a journey we've been on. I had to delay it. This last stream just took longer than I thought. I've been working hard on it, but this is the actual premiere. We didn't do it at all. We did not do it at all on Thursday. There's no stream on Thursday. So this is the premiere. Can you believe it? If you're a Thursday crew person, we'll run it this Thursday for the first time on Thursday. All right. Here I've got the Dropbox. Maybe. My computer's not quite handling it. Here we go. Well, I'm trying to get it. Here we go. Okay. We will wait for everybody. Do not fret. Do not worry. Room 10, page 1. Okay. Okay, room 10, page 2. All right. Copy in the link, paste in the link. Okay. I'm just seeing the chat. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hey, friends. How are we? Too much pressure. Dice in the darkness too soon, though. You can improvise, Wim. That's all right. You can, for the most part, remember, if you need to reprint, here are the character sheets. All right, here's what I just did. Here's room 1. This is page 1, and this is page 2, okay? Sunday crew premiere. Steph, you should play your Sunday character. I'm playing my Sunday character. You do what you want to do, but I'm going to play the Thursday character on Thursday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're just here to support. Without a printer? Okay. Okay, thanks, Love Meeples. Sorry it got out late so you couldn't have it printed. Sorry about that. Is somebody here? Well, hello, Wim's girlfriend. Glad you're here. So happy for you to join in. Fun, fun, fun. Is Malungus M. Peebles Monster version 2? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Tell me if you have it, if you're good to go, give me a thumbs up so we can. I guess maybe who's playing. Oh my gosh, there's so much story for this last room. It's all right, man. Printers are expensive. It is no worries, no worries. Thumbs up. JoJo's in. Help me with the count. 2 players there for Wim. Wim, if you'll just for our community goal, you'll include that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Thank you, Claire. Claire Hype. I have 5 so far. 6 including me. Oh my gosh. I have all these feels. I'm having a moment. There's so much pressure. There's so much excitement leading up to this moment. Don't want to screw it up. Oh my gosh. So JoJo's ready. Is there anyone that was still printing that needs us to wait? Steph is in. That's 7. Okay, are we at the 7 our total so far? Help me out, just to make sure. I have JoJo. I have Wim times 2. I have M. Peebles, Claire Peebles, Steph, and me. Yep, so 7. So nervous. Oh my gosh. Hopefully no one dies. What if you don't rescue the dog? Oh my gosh. It took everything in me not to be a jerk and ruin this one. Great, you'll join in on Thursday. That's great. That's great, Meeple Grande. Shout out to my friends. Shout out to all these awesome folks real quick. We got M. Peebles here. He's been playing through Dice in the Darkness on Fridays. Plays all sorts of great roll and writes. We've got the Love Meeples. They play all sorts of fun games. If you haven't checked out Trek yet, you should. It's awesome. Excellent. That's great. We'll have a good Thursday crew. Shout out to Meeple Grande. They've been playing through on Thursdays. What did I do? I'm drinking my Wendy's cup. Hashtag not sponsored. Meeple Grande streams all sorts of fun stuff. They do a special stream on Friday, party stream. They've been streaming Dice in the Darkness on Thursdays. Check them out. All the shout outs. Crew, we're going to have to jump in. This has been a momentous occasion. This has been an honor also. I'm not going to get all sentimental yet. That will happen. You have a cinema soda? Did you get to go to the cinema, Peebles? Oh my gosh. We got to go see Back to the Future We rented out the theater, took some youth. I think I may have mentioned it before. I know, all the feels. But one of the youth hadn't seen Back to the Future, so she was watching Back to the Future for the first time in the theater. And at the end of the spoilers, pause for spoilers. At the end of the at the end of the movie where the DeLorean, and he's like, we have to go back to the future, and it takes up in the air and flies away. This 6th grader is like, oh my gosh! It's just so awesome. Playing Golden Geek nominated, that's right. Excellent, very good. On Tuesday, okay. I'll try to stop by. Drum roll. What movie did you watch? I love Back to the Future too. I love Back to the Future. Rewatching it too, there's so many iconic parts to Back to the Future. You should see it, Steph. It's really good. It's very good. Okay. Do you know what it's time for? I have some dropped frames. Are we okay? Is it coming through okay? Have you noticed any issues? Ooh, I don't know. Do you know what, Love Meeples? Let me do this. I think I have your email. Or whisper me your email or send me your email. I have Paleontologist 2.0 with a small change because it's in development now. And if you want that, I can send that to you. It has just a small change if you want to play that on your stream for the first time. Okay, you see a drop every now and then. Oh no. This Mac is at the extreme. Cool. Well, let's do it. Yeah, let me make a note of that so I don't forget. Oh, you know what? I have, that's probably it. I have this like creative cloud that's open, and that probably is taking up a lot of space. These things that run in the background. Is that better? Yes, I think that'll be better. Okay. You saw a spiral from the Book of Saul. Oh my gosh. Are y'all Scary Movie fans? Oh no, the video is dropping, but audio is fine. Yeah, I think that I think we'll be okay. Let me close Word. That's another thing. I should have restarted my computer before the stream. That was a mistake. There. I think I've closed all the things. Let me close QuickTime also. Okay. All right. Are we okay? Can we move on? I have an exciting intro video. If you have not had a chance, you can print your character sheet. We're going to be using my Axe Aima Warrior today for the final room. OMG, wow. But let's watch our intro video before we get to anything else. Gather round for the last intro story. You run with the minion down the hallway, following the sounds of your beloved dog. With each bark you hear, you somehow run faster than the previous step. You burst into the next room, the final room, to see your beloved dog hanging from the ceiling in a metal cage. Your dog looks scared, but okay. It perks up in delight upon your entry, and you notice there is a lock on the cage. You quickly glance around the room, and you see it. It is Malungus. He fills the room with his huge purple body. His eyes stare right at you, glowing with a deep crimson red. You see gathered around him is his protection, shroomers equipped with bows and arrows. Malungus laughs a deep, bellowed laugh. Ha ha ha! Who dares enter my room? Whoever you are, you will regret it soon enough. You do start to feel some regret. This battle is just too big for you and your minion companion to manage. You have to rescue your dog, though. You've come so far. You start to look for some ideas around the room, and you see a green, toxic sludge flowing out of the pipe above the giant mushroom. You look at the ground around Malungus, and you see his mycelium spreading all along the ground. There is just so much to do in this room. How can you do it all? As you reach for your weapon, ready to fight to your death to try to save your dog, you hear a voice from behind you. Wait! It is a high-pitched, familiar voice. You look at the ground and you see a sight for tired eyes. It's one of your gnome friends. The gnome raises its arm and yells, "Gnomes, assemble!" You are amazed to see all the gnomes from the village gather before your eyes. There are too many to count. Well, actually, there are 26 gnomes. The gnome leader says, "We heard you might need some help, so we gathered some of your friends." Out from the passageway comes one large ogre. He says, "Barglarg," which loosely translates to, "Hello, dear friend. I heard word that you might need some help, so I have come to help you defeat this Malungus and to rescue your dog. It is good to see you again." You start to hear the sound of small wings flapping as 6 imps burst into the room. Following the imps are some sweet fairies giggling with delight as they fly into the room. Your warlock friend follows behind these winged friends, thumping the bottom of his magic staff onto the ground. Behind him scurry a whole clutter of spiderlings, followed by their dear Grandma Spider. You smile at each one of them, deeply moved that they would come to your aid, putting themselves in such danger. Okay. I hope you have some space on your table, because this one is a 2-pager. So you should have this page, which this represents first the turns that the monster will be doing, the rounds. It represents you here. This is your hero. Your actions down here, and all of our friends that came to help us. Yeah! So this is the good guy sheet. All right. Then you should have this sheet. Bum, bum, ba-da. It's Malungus the fungus. We have Malungus here. We have the little shroomers here helping. We have our beloved dog up here in the corner. We made it. We must save it. And we have this gross green sludge that's dripping down here. If you can see, these are the rocks up above. Maybe we can do something about that. This is that mycelium. Ugh. Mushrooms. Okay. My camera. How am I going to do this? Oh my gosh. OMG. Okay. I'm going to scooch this over. I did not think this part through. Oh, you know, I might put my dice actually over Molungus. I think that would work. Yeah. I think we'll just move it back and forth also. How high can I go? Yeah, that's okay. Is that okay? Can y'all see that? That's pretty good. Ooh, it's my face that's ruining it. What do you think? Maybe I'll move this over to here in the corner. And get smaller. I'm just going to be smaller, okay? That all right with everybody? I'll just be really itty bitty. I'll just be the little gnome. Okay. This is me. Everyone okay with this? Did I break it? Perfect. Just put my face over Molungus. There we go. This is it. Welcome to the final room. Right? Maybe I should do that. That kind of works. What do you think? Should I leave it like that? That's kind of silly. No, I want to see Molungus. All right. I'm sorry. Let me reorder just a sec. I'm going to scooch our community goal up. Put my lovely face. I mean, that's what I'm here for, just to look at myself. Okay. Eventually, your words will be seen. And text. So, what was our final count? Was it 7? Do we have 7 playing? I believe so. All right. I'm just gone now. Okay. Thank you for your patience. We did it. Okay, here we go. Lots of reordering. And it's so big. Okay, you ready for some rules? Because, man, we got some rules. This is a battle room, just like any other battle room. When you look at the wall, I know, it's proof. Okay, so we'll play over 24 rounds here. And at the end of 24 rounds, you're hoping to have rescued your dog and also defeated Molungus, the fungus. We'll do this. We'll roll 2 dice. And then with those 2 dice, you will choose for both of the dice, one or both. You can advance one of the 3 areas over here, and or you can activate your action. So if you remember the Warlock room, it's very similar to that in regards that you have the freedom. It's not just that one is for this and one is for this. It's that you can do maybe 2 over here, you could do 2 over here, or you could do 1 and 1, depending on what's the best for you. 2 dice, very novel concept. Can you believe it? Did you see the bone? There's a bone over here. It's up to you if you want to go for it. So we'll do that. Then the 2 dice you will get to activate with your companion friends here, your party. Okay? So you could say do both over here with the dice, and then after you do that, then you activate with your companions. You see what the dice are for the companions. If you notice too, you can upgrade each one of your allies along the way too, so that their action is even better. Your actions can be upgraded along the way too. That's not an option. I know, right? The bone, it's hard to not go for it. Y'all are great. So if you see for the spiderlings, their action, you can use a 1, 2, or 3, and if you do that, you get a shield. For the warlock, it's a 4, 5, or 6, and you get an energy. With the other ones, right, it's just the exact number. Cool. If you roll doubles, like a 6 and a 6, let's say, then you activate that one twice. So you activate both. So the spider grandma, she would get a stun and then a stun again. But if you have upgraded that, right, then you would get both of them. Good stuff. Cool. Any questions about that? That's how kind of the dice action works. After they act, after one of your allies act, then the minion attacks and does the red action of what is next. Cool. Let's look at what the Molungus has going on here, because there's a lot of choices to do. So I'm going to scooch this over just a tad. So thematically, one of the things you can do is you can be looking at, you can try to pick the lock here to get your dog out. You can pick the lock in two ways. You can break the lock or you can pick it skillfully. If you break the lock, it is these hearts right here, okay? So this cage, or you can try to pick the lock. It requires 4 lock picks in order to open the cage, or it is 8 health. So your choice on how you want to approach that. If you're a warrior, you're like, break lock now. If you're the rogue, you're like, well, I'm going to very gently open this lockpick. The way this works, if you remember back in room 1, the ogre, this was one of the tracks. And it was whatever the numbered dice was, you could put that in and you would go that far along the track, gaining any bonuses you went along. This is different. This is different. This is, instead of that, it is exactly where you land, you get that bonus. You do not get any of the X's along the way. It's only the last X that you place, you get that bonus. So if you look closely here, the first space is a lock. The next is a star, then an energy, then an unlock symbol. That lock symbol, the lock pick, if you had a 1 and you X that, you would gain that. So if you had a 2 though, you would X and then X and you would only gain the star. If I put this 6 here, I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I would only gain the energy. Okay, make sense? That's for each die. So if I had 2 dice in the same roll, right, I could spend 1 die and put it there, and with the other die spend it in that same spot. But I would do 1, gain the bonus, then do 3, gain the bonus. Well, that's pretty good. 1, 3, that's a pretty good start. The unlock symbol, that lets you unlock one of your actions, the leftmost of any die, or one of your allies' things. We good? Hey, Chantel, help me not forget setup. I may forget it. Okay, so this is like the lock, the picking of the lock, right? It's kind of, got it? When you unlock all 4 of these, you set your dog free. You did it. If you set your dog free, you get 10 points at the end for that. And also, that's why we're here. Also, your minion has this ability also to pick the lock. Okay? So you can do it by both the minion doing it and getting it along the track, or you can just do the minion, or you can just do the track. Either way. Cool. Let's look at this rock formation that's above Molungus. This is one of the strategies we have to try to stop this flow of this green sludge coming out, and also to damage Molungus because he's giant. So we're going to try to knock some of these rocks loose. So this kind of represents that. This is straight up, if you have that number, you just X it. You X that number off. You can X any number off. You can start in one place. You can move to another place later. If you ever X 2 boxes and there's an icon between them, and both boxes are X'd, you gain that icon immediately. So if I had X this 1 and then this 2, then I would gain this sword. Sometimes that means you're gaining multiples on the same turn because you have some filled in around it, then you fill in a spot, boom, you get it. So to get the bone, you need to X this 3 and X this 4. You don't have to start at the top. Nope. JoJo, you can start anywhere you want. With the lock, you start down on the bottom left, and that goes along the trail. This one, you can start anywhere you want, and you can start again from anywhere. You can keep jumping wherever you want. If you ever finish an entire column, correct, column, if you notice there's this symbol, it looks like an explosion. That does some cool stuff. Let's look down here. Here's what it does. Whenever you get that icon, you get to choose one of three things to do. You get to destroy the mushroom's poison attack defense system, which might be important. Or you can get 4 sword attack, boom, right there. Or you can defeat 2 Shroomer archers. So every time that icon shows up, when you get it, you get to choose one of those things. This is how you can also get some unlocks, some energy. Don't forget, right, this is, the energy stuff is for your character. This is like living the dream here. Claire says, so first roll as a 3 and a 4, please. That's right. Then I can get the bone straight away. Not have to worry that I won't get it. That's right. So it's as long as you put a 3 and a 4 in there, boom, you'll get that bone. And the bone is worth 2 points at the end. Don't you worry. Okay, any questions about that? That's pretty straightforward. The big difference is when you finish a column, you get that extra bonus. All right, this is Malungus's mycelium coming off of him. You start for each one of them. There are 4. You start at the top, and then you're going to follow the streaks down. Thanks. There's some stuff. So the first number can be any number in all 4 of these. Okay, as soon as you mark the number there, you gain the bonus. So it would be either gaining a shield or an energy to start. Then the next one, in between each one, there's a requirement in order for you to put the next number. The lines of this mycelium, they kind of have a theme for each one. So the first one over here is that the next number has to be less than or equal to it. So guess what? Put a high number and try to work your way down. If you notice at the end of each of the long streaks, it usually is getting towards an unlock, and also each of the long ones, it ends in a explosion of dealing big damage to Malungus. Cool. So that's why you would want to try to finish these. And this one, for each one, even though it's kind of turned, it's right, it's just kind of like look at it like so you can kind of see the right direction. So it has to be less than or equal for all these. Jump over to this one, it's the opposite. It has to be equal to or greater than. Okay, so put a low number and then work your way out. This one is kind of a unique one. The second one, it's checking for the next number has to be plus or minus a certain number. Let's say we put a 3 here. For this route down here, it has to be plus or minus 3. So the next number here would have to literally be a 6, right? Because plus or minus just 3. So you don't get many choices for that. And then the next one is plus or minus 3. So it would have to literally be, if that was 6, then that one would have to be a 3, right? But then you see there's plus or minus 2, or plus or minus 2, and then this one goes to plus or minus 1. It's kind of an interesting thing. I know, I hope I roll well too. And then this one is just straight up, they have to be the same number. So if I put a 4 here, every number that follows has to be a 4. It's all equal. Cool? The way you defeat Shroomers is they are archers. They are long distance. You cannot attack them with swords. It's just one bow and arrow, one archer damage kills them. You just X them off. And they have a little energy if you kill them. Not kill them. We're not killing anybody. If you knock them out, they're just misunderstood. If you knock them out, then you gain an energy. Cool? There's 8 of them. That's significant because there's an archer attack of them in this. So you want to be keeping them in check, or else they're going to deal 8. They're going to deal an archer a bow and arrow damage for each one of them that is there. Here's the big shtick with this Malungus. It is active now, this poison attack defense system. These spores are going out. Like, if you attack it, it like oozes poison. So if you hit it, it's going to deal damage to you. You could deal it a bunch of damage all in one go, but when Malungus takes any amount of damage, you take 1 sword damage. Okay? So if I deal 3 damage to it in my attack because of some of my rolls, I would X off those hearts for Malungus, but the Malungus deals me 1 sword damage. Now listen, it's not 1-to-1. Do you hear that? It is however much damage I deal, it may be a bunch, and then Malungus hits me once. Okay. But if it's just one measly sword damage you deal into Malungus, maybe rethink it. Maybe you want to do this up here, or maybe you want to save it, because these, you don't bank these swords. So how you connect these, you really want to try to knock this out before you start dealing a ton of damage to Malungus, because you'll take a ton of damage. Ooh, it's tough. Does that make sense? So usually this explosion, depending on your strategy and what your character's doing, it can be pretty helpful to disarm Malungus from his poison attack defense. Cool. That's the gist of it. Let's look at Malungus's attacks, and then we'll jump in. Any questions about any of that previous stuff? Those three areas, those three zones? Straight up swords. This one, it may be hard to see the icon, but it is a flower, and it's like fragrance coming off of the flower, spores coming off of the flower. This is Malungus hypnotizing our allies. Kind of like how he did with the warlock. He's doing it during this battle. So whatever that number is, Malungus will do that attack on us for what that ally has. So if it's a 4 and a 5, let's say here, a 4 and a 5, then that means that Malungus would gain a heart, and Malungus would deal us 1 sword damage. It's like he's hypnotizing these. I know. Hypnotizing the 26 gnomes and the ogre. Now let's say it's a 1 and a 3. Look at those. It's this unlock symbol. Nothing. Doesn't matter. If it's a 3, 2 energy, Malungus doesn't deal an energy. No big deal. Nothing. We're almost done. Don't worry. Yeah, but you should, Chantel. Final battle. We had to go all out. Okay. If you have unlocked some of these also, the more powerful ones, yes, they do. It would be bad. Okay. If there's a choice between it, you always will choose the one that is hurting you. You choose the worst choice for you. So if a 5 is rolled, you can't just choose the warlock to gain an energy. I mean, it has to be the sword, right? But if it's the sword, if it's a stun also, here, let me explain what the stun does, because it's bad. Hearts, we know. Here's this symbol. This is you losing energy. These can be stunned as well. I know, right? I'll see you. Chantel, you're almost just in time. The Dark Souls are rolling right. Chantel, help me not forget setup. I am. It's sad. The Malungus is making us do that. This symbol, this stun symbol, this is the last bit, and these are all the rules. This is looking at what the next roll is. It's for the next roll. Here, let me reword that. This is affecting your next roll, and it is making it so your action die that has the highest amount of bonus cannot be used that turn. So say you're like, I figured it out. I've solved the game. I'm going to max out my 6 all the way, and I'll deal all the damage to Malungus all in one go. Don't do it on turn 8, because that stun ability makes it so your die with the most is not able to be used. Wim, I'm looking at you, pal. If there's a tie for the highest, both of those may not be used. If there's a tie, multiples have a tie, none of those can be used. Okay? All right. Does that make sense how that works? It's just for that one turn, but for that one turn, that one is inactive. So that can really mess you up, depending on what it is. It may not mess you up at all. Hey, Cowabunga friend, how are you? So this last one, this mushroom represents those archers the Shroomer archers, this one cannot be stunned. So don't you try to stun this. This is going to happen no matter what. And the Shroomer archers, they all activate. The ones that are still not knocked out. The non-knocked out ones. Do you feel seen, Wim? And they deal 1 bow and arrow damage for each one that's active. So if you do not keep that in check, if you just ignore those Shroomers, guess what? You're taking 8 straight to the heart damage. So there's this, it's welcome to the game. It's this weird balance of like, ooh, what do I do? Am I going to do this? Do I attack this? And there's too many things to do, but try to do the best thing. If you see this happens 3 times, here at 12, here at 20, and at 24, they activate twice. It's like last-ditch effort. Listen, if you knock out all those Shroomers, if you knock out all 8, which they can only be knocked out by bow and arrow damage, then you don't have to deal with them. Sweet. Like, that just does nothing. Okay. Any questions? Peoples, I don't think so. I think you'll be okay. All right, make sure you get your bonuses along the way. I wish there's something. What am I forgetting? There's something I'm forgetting. I don't know. Roll a lot of 2s. Jojo, are you a rogue? I'll be honest. When I rework these character sheets, Steph. When I rework these character sheets, I'm gonna up the warrior's ability a little bit. I felt like my wizard's a little stronger. All right, we do have some setup. Are you ready? All right, check your character sheet. Yes, Jojo, very good. Yep. Or the roll, yep. Yeah, the 2, I'm with you. Yeah, the 2 is huge. The imps, they fly over, see thematic. They fly over and attack and can take care of those Shroomers. Okay, here's our setup. If you have at least 6 X's in each one of these categories, you will gain a bonus. How are we doing? Are we on 6? Are you gaining at least 1 bonus along the way? Lordy, I hope so. You snooze, you lose, I guess. Chantel. Chantel. Any questions? Thanks, Peebles. I see now. I missed your hot dogs or sliders. I guess sliders. I think sliders. Any other questions? Oh, dear friends. Very good. You're good. You're good, Claire. All right. If you have at least 6 X's in strength, are you ready? I have at least 6. I have 8, 9. Look at this warrior. Then you get to circle a bonus. You get to advance one of your actions in the 5 or 6 if you have it in strength. I'll do it in 6. Boom. Got there. Okay. If you have at least 6 X's in your dexterity, guess what? You get to advance either your 1 or your 2. You get to unlock either your 1 or your 2. Cool? If you have at least 6 X's in your intelligence, in your thinkies, in your smarties, you get to advance your 3 or your 4. When I say advance, you know what I mean? Unlock one of your 3s or 4s. Are we good? Are you ready for the last bit? If you have played through all previous rooms, gain 2 hearts. Yeah, we did it. Woo! Pity bonus. I'll take it. Oh, Claire, choose one. Choose one. Okay, that's helpful. Thanks. Does anyone else have 5, not have 6? The intent, the character sheets need some working. No. Well done. Well done. That's smart. That's okay. That's okay. Gain a heart. If y'all are joining in, if you have if your character sheet's behind, upgrade it, so that you have some skills to play with. Cool. Steph may have the title of most played. She's played the most Dice in the Darkness. Impressive. Okay, any questions? If you did not get a bonus here, welcome to the land of playtesting also. Get one. If you didn't get a bonus here, the intent is that for you to at least get one of these. Okay? There you go. Love it. Okay. We did well. It's almost 4 o'clock. And we are just about to start the game. We're doing great. In all honesty, I think it will play pretty quick. These battle rooms, you're familiar with the gist of them. Look at Malungus. He's so intimidating. Whew. We did setup. We got it all. Yes? This is it. This is the first of the last. Here we go. Roll 1 is a 4 and a 6. So remember, you will activate yourself with the 4 and the 6. Then your I want to call your minions, your allies, your friends will activate. I'm going to start saying friends. I like that better. Wim, no worries, friend. You're great. Give yourself a heart. It's okay. You get a heart. You get a heart. All right. Well, it's tough engine building. We're in it. We're in the zone. You know me. I'm gonna start talking. You yourself is this action and doing these things. Then it's this. So with this 4 and a 6, it's like this engine building thing, right? I could go ahead and just activate over here this 4 and the 6, but I really don't want to do that unless I have to. What I want to do is I want to get more unlocks and build my engine so that it's more exponential, right? Yeah, so you'll use both these dice right now. Yeah, yep. You'll use both these dice now to do these or this, and then you'll use those same dice again for your friends to activate. 4 and a 6. Well. If I did over here, this doesn't seem great, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I would get an unlock. Yeah, that's pretty good. I really want to knock out this because I'm not interested in dealing damage. There's a lot of things going on. And here's this 4 and this 6. The good news is that we're likely going to stun here and get a heart. That gets us on our way. So I'm going to do this 4 because #bone. And let's see, I might do this. This is probably the best use of a 6. I'm going to put the 6 right here. That gives us an energy. We get that immediately. But also, right, these are the tracks that we want them all to be equal to or less than. So that seems like the best place to put a 6 right now. It's getting overcast outside. Me oh my. Okay, now with that same 4 and a 6, I can activate these, or I could activate like with the Warlock or these, right? So do I want to try to energy up? Ooh, some of my energy actions are sweet. Same. Claire, same. Is it? I love the bone thing, right? I love the bone thing. But also, like, is it so linear that that's just what you go for? All right, I am going to do this. So I'm going to gain a heart with my gnomes. How is it that they're giving you a heart? I think it's that they are giving me a hug during the fight. This reminds me a little bit like Final Fantasy or like an RPG. Like here's your party. Here's their one thing they're doing. And then Grandma Spider's gonna stun. How is she doing it, you think? I don't know what she's doing. Maybe she's shooting some webbing. Okay, now Malungus activates. If you didn't stun this, then you're taking 1 sword damage. Remember, sword damage, your shield absorbs it first, and if you don't have any shield, then you lose a heart. We're on our way. Tell me if I should slow down. But here's roll 2. A 2 and a 4. Almost a 3. Don't forget your character abilities too, right? As if we didn't have enough table space. Don't forget your character abilities. I can change the die to 5 or to 6, or I can increase the die by 1. I think I'll wait on that one. You know what I think I might do is I'm going to try to get a set of 4s so I can do this. So I'm going to keep that dream alive. So I'll get this 4. And do you see that in between these is that energy? So I gain that. Maybe the Shroomers are scared of spiders and stunned in inactivity. Yeah, that's good. Activating brain melt. Yep. I'm going to snag this 2 here because I'm pretty intent on getting this 3. And once I do, then I'll get an unlock, a bone, and also I'm set up here to get this unlock. So I like that. I like that. I like these 3. I'm waiting on a 1. The moment I get a 1, I'm going to grab this unlock. Because I am the warrior. So depending, I very well could get a bunch of damage and just ignore the locks. Maybe so. Maybe so. All right, these guys are going to activate. So I have a 2, yes, and a 4, where I could do a 4 down here. So I can get an energy or a heart, and I can get a bow and arrow or a shield. I'm going to go, these imps, they got to take care of one of these guys, right? So they're going to shoot the bow and arrow at a Shroomer. They're going to get an energy because of killing a Shroomer, right? And then I will slow down, Wim. Thank you. I will slow down. Here's the question. Do I go ahead and get a 4th energy? That gives me 2 swords to double strike. No, I'm going to get a heart. I love the gnome hug. The gnome hug is so good. Listen, I know I didn't mention it, but it's here. If you can see right above me, the community goal is our dog. If you rescue the dog, when you rescue the dog, then you get to do command dog, exclamation point dog. I believe I have it set to 7. Nope, I have it set to 8. Let me change it. So that's our community goal. Got it? Got it. Done and done. Go faster, someone won't crush us. All right. Malungus is going to activate with 2 swords. 2 sword damage. The community goal is to rescue the dog. So when you rescue the dog, if you do exclamation point dog, that's it. And that's the best sentence ever spoken. It'll never be spoken again. All right, and moving on. So, well, if you ignore the dog, we need everybody to rescue the dog. This is an all or nothing community goal. If one person is like, forget that dog, first of all, what? And also, we're not getting the community goal. Thank you, love meeples. Oh man, that would be great. I wish I had all those commands already set and be like, nope, try again. Nope, almost there. I almost did puppy, but I just kept it dog. Okay, here's rule 3. Are we okay? Roll 3 is a 2 and a 6. We need a 3 sometime along the way. I do need a command for Lily. I do need a command for Lily. 2 and a 6. I'm sad it's not a 4. I am not interested in dealing any damage to Molungus until I get rid of his poison shroom thing. Is Tux your dog? How sweet. Well, I think I will put the 6 over here. Which gives us a heart. When can you use the bottom left dice action? Jojo, you can use it now. So, yeah, good question. In the very first 2 battle rooms, what these 2 dice did is you did 1 to do like the mini game stuff, and you did 1 to do the action. In this one, you can, with these 2 dice, you can either do both over here, or both over here, or 1 and 1. What I've done in these first rolls is I've done both over on the mini game area, just to advance those. But I'm looking probably to max out one of these and then start to do a lot of the action. But I could do a 6 and a 2 like this, you know, to get 2 energy and then to get 2 swords. Or I could just get that 2 energy and put that 1 in the heart like I did. But I have a 2 here to spend now. I don't know where to spend it. Also, our imp is going to get hypnotized. And our spider's going to get stunned. But we'll get, well, no. We'll get to stun one of them away. Brain melt. Yeah. All right, I've had it. I'm doing this. I'm going to spend one of these to have rising anger. I'm changing this 2 for me into a 3 because I want the bone. I had to get it. Here we go, buddy. I went too far. It's like he's sitting on my head. Tux, our dog, and MP is going to save him today. Oh, love it. So what was I doing? Oh, I got the bone. And I also get an unlock. So here's what I can do with this unlock. I could do any one of the leftmost of any one of these numbers, or I could do one of my buddies. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I just think I want a lot of 2s to be rolled. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these imps. I think that's cool. Look at them. Arrow life. What an adventure we've been on. All right, so now our buddies will activate 2 and 6. Oh, why did I do this though? Yeah, this is okay. So I'm gonna do 2 arrow damage. My choices for arrow damage are I could damage up here, the lock. I could damage Molungus, or I could damage the Shroomers. The Shroomers can only take arrow damage, so I'm gonna take care of 2 of those. Each one gives me an energy. And I have a stun. So I can stun either this spore, the 2, or the 6 spore. I'm going to stun the 2 spore because I do not want my imps to come and attack me. But guess what this means? This is a stun against me for the next roll. Remember how the stun works? So that means in this next roll, I'm not allowed to activate my 6 here on my action. It's not the worst, but it's happening. Cool? Does that make sense how that works? The spore life? Molungus. I needed to put something really tiny next to him to show how big he is. What's a good... What is that? That's always the thing to put $1 next to it, you know? And then it's like, the $'s put there for size. See, that's how big it look. He's huge. Do you see that $? That's how big he is. All right, roll 4. We're moving right along. We gotta get moving. Roll 4 is a 1 and a 6. Well, that's a bummer. So I'm not activating this with that 6, but I am putting it down here. Ooh, I think I'll do this one. That stuns Malungus. We'll take away one of his hearts there. Here's our 1. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a 1 here, and where you land on this track is what you get. So that gives me 1 lockpick. I'm on my way to freeing our dog. I'm on my way. MP just put some motivation for you in the Discord. Oh my gosh. Do you have a Discord? Are you in Discord or Datcord? Which of the chords are you in? All right, we got to do this real quick though. All right. I'm happy too about 1-6. Wim, you did it. Here we go. You ready? Our first dog rescued. Our first dog rescued. You did it. So our minion over here, our friends are going to activate. All right. So he's going to do the lockpick. That's great. I'm 2 away from that. Here's this 6. I'm going to stun. This is great. I'll stun the other heart. So Malungus is not going to gain any hearts. That's helpful to get to the end game sooner. Okay. Cool. Cool. Whew. We're ready to roll on? If you had any of these, the hearts, Malungus gains some hearts if you didn't do that yet. All right, here's our roll for roll 5. It's a 3 and a 6. 3 and 6. There's your 3. Everyone's about to get some bones. Well, I keep rolling 6s. I mean, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to put a 6 here, and that gives me an unlock. Ooh, maybe I do one of the buddies. Which of these is awesome? I'm pretty into these gnomes. I actually think I'm going to unlock the gnomes. Every time a 4 is rolled, my goodness, get a heart. But Malungus gets hearts now. I don't know if this was a wise decision. I have a 3 still to spend. What am I going to do with it? You know, I think I'm going to do it on this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Get another unlock. I guess I'll upgrade again here, my 6 with that sword. Claire got the bone hype. Well done. So now these guys activate. So it's a stun and the energy. So I'm going to stun the 6 because the energy doesn't do anything for Malungai. But we do get 2 energy. And we get a stun. We got the stun. And so then when Malungus goes to activate, Steph, you do one or the other. What's a better way to indicate that? It's either you do one, you do this one, or you do that one. Peebles, you've killed all the shroomers? Are you serious? Wow, well done. You know, I guess I could. I guess I could show you. I'll show you the wall today. I will show you the wall. The poison defense is 1 damage per round or per attack. It is per, if you are dealing Malungus damage, it's per attack. Oh, nice. That's great. Fireball. Excellent. So Whim, like let's say it's, y'all, this is not gameplay, but let's just, for an example, let's say you choose to activate this 6 down here and a 5, right? Let's say it was this, right? You're doing both these. You're adding 4 sword damage to deal to Malungus. So you would X off 4 hearts. Since you're dealing damage, you deal 1. He deals 1 damage back to you, and that was kind of all one go. So it's kind of like you're adding all those swords into a pool, and then you're spending all of them. All right. But then let's say then you come over here, and then your ogre goes to deal damage, and then you X off. Then you're going to take another damage. Okay. So there's kind of 2 stages that you could take damage, only if you were dealing damage. Confused? I'm a little confused by that. The intent is just there. It's costly to deal damage right now unless you do it. Same thing. Yep, if you use energy. Think like, I think it should be like at the end of your activation, you're putting all those in a pool. Yeah, yep. Let's say in combination. Sure. Yep. Yeah, so you could, you could deal a lot of damage, but the idea is kind of like one hit. Yeah. A simpler way to do it would be 1-to-1, but then no one would deal any damage to it. Yeah. All right, here's rule 6. We got to get moving. 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. I like 2s.